Hi everybody, this is Connie from Connie's Creative Creations. Today I'm doing a dining room refresh. So, as you can see in the picture, the one picture on the left, my dining room used to be extremely dark gray, and now I painted it and it's a light gray. So I pretty much only painted the room, but it's an old house. It's like a 140-year-old house, and so yeah, I had some challenges, but we got through it. So to start with, these are some pictures of the way the kitchen looked before with that extremely dark gray. I liked it, but it was just too dark. It was sucking all the light in. As well as you can see, the other rooms in my house is going to need to be painted as well. So I pulled everything together in the center and I edged the whole room in one day. I just did all around all the baseboards, the ceiling, where the wall, and look at that ugly yellow that used to be on before the gray. But I did all the edging. And then I'm showing you here when I was doing the edging, I don't tape. I do what's called floating. And so you put the brush down, you spread out your brush bristles, and you float it over next to wherever you're edging. And I hardly ever get any on whatever I'm edging close to. Occasionally, like I did just then, I always keep a wet rag and it wipes right off, and so you don't have to worry about the taping. My son and my husband used to tell me, you gotta tape everything, you gotta tape everything. And I'm like, no, 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 no. And they were sloppy painters, so I told them, nope, you can't paint no more. One time when my son was a teenager, he wanted his room painted, and so I got the paint for him, and I told him, your room is small enough, it might take a little over 1 gallon because you have to do 2 coats. So he goes, okay, I'm going to go do it. I said, I'd like to help you. Can you wait like an hour and I'll help you? He says, no, I can do it myself, Mom. He was like 16. So he goes down there and I'm upstairs, and about a half an hour, he runs up the stairs and says, your paint is rotten. It's horrible. Why did you let me have it? Da 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 da. I said, what is going on? So you can see where I did all the edging. I said, what's going on? And he goes, the paint, it's coming back off the wall. I said, what? So I went down there, and he put 1 gallon of paint on a wall the same size as that wall that I'm painting. So he literally put so much paint off the wall that it was just sliding down off the wall. Well, luckily, he had plastic down. I had to use the roller, and I literally did the whole wall. The whole room, with all the paint that he had put on that one wall. Okay, so now as you notice, this is very, very splotchy. If you've never painted before, your first coat is very, very splotchy, very thin in areas. Now, if I see it really super thin, I do go over it a little bit, but normally I don't, because when you come back with your second coat, it's perfect. So I'm just doing this wall, and of course I'm doing with my roller close to me, of course. And then the upper part, I put a pole. I have a 5 or 4 foot pole that I put my roller on, and I go ahead and I finish rolling the top by the ceiling. Now, this took me 3 days only because I did the edging the first day, I did the first coat the second day, actually the first and the second coat the second day. But I have ceiling fans, and my husband was asleep, and I couldn't, well, it doesn't even matter if he was asleep. I couldn't get to the fan because everything was in the center, and I didn't want to move things back against the fresh painted walls. I wanted him to have 24 hours. So I left a big circle up by the ceiling. You'll see it in a few minutes by the ceiling fan. And the third day, I moved everything back, and then I got up on my ladder and I edged around the fan, and then I went ahead and put one coat and waited in about 2 hours and put a second coat on, and it was finished. So this is a very light gray. It's the same gray I put in my dining room, or my kitchen. Whew, that was hard to get out. As you can see, my hallway is bright yellow. That's getting painted. My kitchen, or my living room, is that dark, yucky, brown mustardy color. That's getting painted. And my bedroom was a darker gray than the dining room, so that's getting painted as well. And then I'm going to start working up the stairs, because I have dark turquoise in the window, in the stairwell, and then upstairs it's that yucky yellow, and then one room is pink and purple, which is going to get painted because that's just yuck. So, but this, I'm just, like I said, I am just painting away. And if you're wondering about what's up on the ceiling up there, it is a air conditioning heating duct. And there's 2 more in that room, and I don't understand it, but it is what it is, I guess. So I'm just working away on this. Here you can see I finished the first coat, and now I'm doing the walls, or the ceiling, and you can see where I'm doing it. That fan is actually going faster than it looks. For some reason, it looked that way. I don't know why. But you can see I'm just, now the ceiling was white, where the walls was dark gray. So the walls is lighter and the ceiling is a little darker. I like using the same color up the wall and onto the ceiling. I don't like having 2 different colors. I enjoy doing it the way I have always been doing it. My mother, we used to paint our whole house every year, every other year on the inside. And a few times we did the outside. So, yeah. It's just, yeah, it's odd to me to think that, you know, all these different things people say, you have to go up and down, straight, straight, straight. No, if you do it like on angles and stuff, when you do your second coat, it's a much better coverage than when you just do a straight up and, up and down. So, yeah. So here I am. I'm starting to put the room back together. I started with the curtains, and then I just moved my way around the room and putting everything back together. And then I move the table over, and I start the painting up by the the ceiling fan. When I bought this house 2.5 years ago, downstairs there was This set of shelves, and then there was 5 other ones that was bigger, and I have taken them all apart, and I've used almost all of the wood for different things, but not quite everything. Soon I will have finished using every bit of it, but right now I have not. So here I am. I'm just going to be setting up these shelves because I've got the table completely covered with all of the stuff that goes on the shelves, the bureau, the other shelves, the walls, everything. So I am just going through this and just restyling everything. It's not exactly the same as it was, but it's fairly close to what it was before. Now this old window, it only has 3 panes of glass left. This window is over 150 years old, so I like to keep it there. It's a safer place for it. That round thing, it was a fan cover on the ceiling of this house. I found it outside after we moved in. That is an old door that was in the garage when we moved in. I have no clue what door it even went to. It's a really heavy door, so I just have it sitting in there. And then that right there, and plus one other one, is all my grandchildren, all their their handprints. Plus I have another smaller one as well. They all couldn't fit on that piece of wood. So here I am, just like I said, putting it all together. And now this is the shelves that I made for the Power Up collab. And there's my husband, and then he left because he realized he was on camera. But you can see that ugly turquoise up the stairwell, and so yeah, I don't like it at all. So yeah, it's gonna go bye-bye. But I am putting up some shelves that my daughter had painted me gold. The colors in my dining room is white, gray, silver, gold, and then of course whatever holiday. So I'm just putting those shelves up there. Those shelves I made, probably 25 years ago. And they used to be this natural color, and then I painted them black, and now they're gray. I mean, no, now they're gold. So I'm just putting those back up on the wall, and then the other shelves that I pull over and put underneath them are the ones I made for the Power Up collab in January. So yeah, I'm just putting this all on there, and then I will move to the walls and to the rest of the walls, and you'll see. As you can see, I am doing the edging around the ceiling fan, and then I'm going to go ahead and paint it. Now, the fan is not on. The fan's moving because I moved it when I was painting. And that's kind of how I do it. I just kind of move the fan with the pole as I paint. And this is the first coat, and then there will be the second coat. And while that's drying, I will hang up some more stuff on the walls that needs to be put up. I still have a couple more things that goes up there. I just need to get up there and do it. I still have the ladder in the house so that I can do that. Plus, soon I'm going to start on my bedroom and painting it as well. But yeah, I'm just moving everything out of my way, getting it ready, so that I can go ahead and paint that. And now I don't get drips very often. I've just done it so much for so long, and if I do, I clean them up immediately. And so, as you can see, I touched the fan and it started to go around all by itself. It'll go back and forth, it'll swing and hit the pole, but I'm not doing it very hard. So this is the final. This is how each part of the room ends up looking. And yeah, so I hope you guys enjoy this. If you're new to my channel, I'm so glad you're here. Please think about subscribing. It's free for you, but it helps my channel grow. And if you're already a subscriber, I am so glad you're here as well. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and give me a big old thumbs up. Also, don't forget to leave me a comment. I love reading them. As you can see, my chairs are not around my table right now, but hey, that is okay. So I hope you guys have a great day, and call somebody, tell them you love them. And you guys all have the most blessed week, day, week, whatever. And don't forget to be the Bible that somebody reads today. Bye.